All right, so picture this. You've got this AI, and you decide, hey, let's see what it knows about this ancient city in India. What do you get back?
A travel brochure. Seriously.
That's crazy, right? We're diving deep into AI and culture today, folks, and trust me,
Uh-uh.
it gets pretty wild.
It really highlights how AI is evolving. I mean, it's not just crunching numbers and spitting out data anymore. We're talking about AI that's understanding, interpreting, even kind of capturing the feel of human culture.
Exactly. And the example we're looking at today, it's from this data science workshop in India.
Right. Gulbarga, or Calibragi as it's known now. Survey, she's the CEO of this company, Go Flamingo, he was presenting, and he decided to use ChatGPT to describe the city to the audience.
Now, this is where it gets interesting
Yeah.
because, we're talking about a city with a ton of history. Like, we're talking centuries old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Think ancient forts, mosques, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. And ChatGPT, it nails it. I mean, it mentions the Gulbarga Fort, which is this massive landmark from the 14th
Yeah,
century.
that's a big one.
Then it brings up the Jama Masjid, which is one of South India's oldest mosques.
Showing it's got some religious and architectural knowledge, too.
And here's the kicker. It even calls Gulbarga the land of tur dal.
Which, by the way, is a type of lentil, super popular in Indian cuisine. So we're talking about AI that's pulling in culinary facts now. It's like it did a whole cultural deep dive on its own.
It's insane. Like, how does it even do that? We talk about AI all the time, but what's really going on under the hood?
Okay, so it all boils down to this thing called natural language processing, NLP. It's basically teaching a computer to understand and work with human language, the way we talk, the way we write.
And how do you even begin to teach a computer something like that?
Well, think about it this way. Imagine you're learning a new language. You start by listening, reading, absorbing as much as you can, right?
Right, yeah. Immersion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same for AI. ChatGPT specifically, it's what we call a large language model, an LLM. It's been fed massive, massive amounts of text data.
Like, how much data are we talking here?
Think billions of words, like books, articles, websites, code, you name it. It's all been poured into this thing. And through all that data, it starts to learn patterns, the grammar of language, the nuances, even the cultural references.
So it's not just memorizing facts, it's making connections, building an understanding of how language reflects culture.
Exactly. And that's how it was able to nail that description of Gulbarga. It took everything it knew about India, about history, about culture, about food, synthesized it all, and then presented it in a way that really captures the essence of the city.
Which is really interesting considering that Surveyish's company, Go Flamingo, is all about using AI in the real world.
Oh, yeah. Logistics.
Logistics, making things run smoother and more efficiently.
Servais is a big believer in AI, thinks it has the power to transform businesses, even make people's lives a bit easier.
And I can see that. But logistics in a place like India, talk about a challenge. I mean, it's such a diverse country, so many languages, different customs, different ways of doing things in each region.
You're hitting the nail on the head. India is a complex place. Think about the roads, the traffic, the sheer number of people. It's a whole different ballgame compared to, say, delivering packages in a more, well, homogenous country.
Right, right. So it's not just about the technology itself. It's about understanding the human element, the cultural context.
Exactly. And that's why this whole example with ChatGPT and Gulbarga is so relevant. It shows that AI can be a powerful tool for understanding and navigating cultural complexities.
Right. It's like, it's not enough to just have the raw processing power.
Yeah.
You need the cultural awareness too.
And as AI becomes more integrated into our lives, especially in fields like logistics, that ability to understand culture, it's going to be crucial.
Absolutely. It's like that old saying, think globally, act locally. But now it applies to AI too. Well, folks, that's our deep dive into AI in India. It's a space that's changing fast, and there's a lot more to explore. So stay tuned.